Okay. It may. All right, so show your work. Round final answer. So one thing that I'm not really good at yet is I have to make the triangles look a little weird yet. I feel like all of these are very like, oh yeah, right? And so I'm going to try to make the weird looking, like those ones that we don't like those ones. But remember, they all have 3 angles and they all have 3 sides that are opposite too. So just you're going to be fine. Okay. So this one here, I see that I have a side, an angle, and another side. I don't know if you saw that. That's cosine law. So to solve for m, I start like that, m squared, 35.8 squared plus 27.4 squared minus 32 times 35.8 times 27.4. I'll try to hurry. I know you're waiting. 29. You get a mark for this. You get a mark already. Like if you identify cosine law, and you completely butchered it after, you still get at least half out of 2, right? So, but you get a mark here, and then another mark for the process that follows, right? So you got to get something in the root there. I thought I had it ready to go. Yeah, 316.53 something, and if you root it, 1779 inches. So don't forget your inches, okay? Mr. Jackson, what if I have this? What if I have 316? That's usually a -1. Today we'll go -half. Mr. Jackson, what if I forgot my units half off? What if I show you this, but somehow I got a different number? In my books, that's half off because I'm guessing you typed it in wrong. Okay. So out of 2, whatever you think you got. Next, angle Z. That's this one right here. This is a side scenario, right? So this is cosine law. So if you want to find the angle, you got to start like this. And oh, why am I going B? In this case is Z, right? So remember, the pattern is add 2 sides, but this one is the most important one. The one across from it goes in first, and then the other 2. Then it switches over to the other 2. Okay, 2 times 83.2 times 70.4. Okay, so you get a mark. I would say you should get a mark at this point. You've done quite a bit. Then I do the top, and I get 75.04. I get 11,714.56 there. And that, of course, gives me 0.64 something. That will be part of the mark for the work. So angle Z will be cosine inverse of 0.64 something. And here you go. You get 49.71. Let's face it, that's all we care about these days, right? What's the final answer? No. Process is important. So I'd say you get a mark for setup, and then you get another mark for the work that follows, right? It's really just punching it into your calculator and go. Next, I threw this one in because you know what's going to happen here. I don't know if you noticed it, but side again. It's asking for this angle. We're going to check if it's obtuse, right? So cosine of f plus minus. So this one is the most important one here. Okay. And 3.5 squared, 2.4 squared, 2 times 3.5 times 2.4. This number here at the end should not show up anymore. You get a negative 6. It's an exact value over 16.8. Okay. The emphasis is going to be on the negative here. So you get 1 mark for the setup. You would get a mark for the negative. So if you drop it at any point, you will get an acute angle, which means you lose a mark. Okay. That's how I'm going to know you dropped it. So angle F is cosine inverse of negative. When you divide that, you get 0.357 and then some. So For the work you get 1, but for the negative in particular, you get another one. Okay. So it should be an angle greater than 90 if you did this correctly. So if you have this answer and you have the work that follows it, then you get 3 out of 3. That's just, if you got a negative but you dropped it, you get 2 out of 3. So you would get whatever the supplement is of this. You probably got that. Okay, that's how I know you dropped the negative. So this page is worth 7. Okay, this page is worth 7. So 3, 2, and 2. Back side, a bit of a longer word problem. Alex and Carmen are here, 850 apart. They notice the weather balloon. Alex's view to the balloon is the angle of elevation, there it is, from Alex. So this is your horizontal, and you actually, from there, start to measure, and that's 55 degrees. If you put it there, you're fine. For Carmen, it starts from here and goes up, that's 42. So I would say, if you put that there, you get a mark. And then we want the angle of ABC, so A to B to C, right? So if you travel those couple times, you realize you have to connect, that's what they're asking for. So 180 minus 55 minus 42, you get 83. So you get a mark for that one. So a mark for actually, well, you know what, if you didn't have them on the diagram, you're not going to lose a mark, okay? I'm just going to assume you know that's why you put them. I didn't ask you to label it, so you should be fine. The direct distance from each person to the balloon. This is probably where you want to put X or Y or C and A, right? And this is your pair. You just created a pair. So this is a sine law scenario. I'm not going to solve the whole thing. I'm just going to say that this is how you should start each setup, like this. And I need to see that you know which one you're solving for. So if you label this A here, right, that should be A, and then A gives you 701.51. So you get 2 marks for that one, 2 marks for getting the correct answer there. And I start with the exact same setup again. In this case, I'm going to use sine of 42 to solve for side C. There's a bunch of work that follows it, and then you get 573.03. 2 marks. So that's where your 2 come from. We're not going to give you the mark for labeling the triangle. Just 1 for figuring out that missing angle. 4 for the work you did here, so 5 for this page. 5 marks for this page. 7 for the front page. That's where you get your total out of 12. Don't forget your name and last name on there.